What is that? Is that like our?
It's Brian and Ryan. We'd like to sing a song,
We are
and
working
then
on
we
an awesome theme song for our show, but we have no voices. Hey
do
Ryan,
do
what's up, buddy?
do. What's up? What's up?
Not
Feels
much,
like
man.
I thought I was gonna lose you in a Dominican. I thought you were gonna get abducted by someone, and
In the
we'd have to be
Dominican,
paying some
oh man,
ransom.
third world countries are not that bad. Just gotta stick to where all the tourists are. Like, don't go sightseeing in the slums.
Oh, okay.
At least that's my. I have one rule when I travel abroad. It's go to where you see Americans. As long as you see a bunch of tourist people in like tourist shirts, like the Hawaiian button-up shirts, and the stupid little hats and stuff. As long as you stick next to those kind of people, you're fine.
Would you ever pretend to be like Canadian or something like that, or do you always just be like American?
No, when I travel, I don't shy away from being American. Maybe if I went to like Cuba right away, now they just kind of open the doors, I might say I'm Canadian, just because the Cuban-American relations haven't been great over the years. But no, when I travel, I mean, most of the time people like you. They like Americans for the most part. It's just the ones they don't like are the ones that go down there and are like, "You don't speak English here? What's wrong with you?" Or or they
Come on, boy.
they're like, "I'm American. I can do whatever I want to." I mean, that annoys me, and I am American, so I can't even imagine what people from that country think of when they.
There's people that do that in America.
Yeah, well, exactly.
They're like,
You can
I'm
always tell the
American.
people from like Texas when they travel.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas.
I don't care if I'm in Seattle.
What do you mean you don't have a T-bone steak? This is bullshit. I'm gonna review negatively on Travelocity. You're getting
I'm
a
gonna
thumbs
give you some
down.
bad Yelp reviews.
No, no, honestly, man, whenever I travel, I have a lot of friends who won't leave the country, but whenever I travel, I always have a great time. As long as you're friendly to the people around you and treat everybody with like respect and treat them nicely, I don't care, man. I've actually
Yeah.
met a lot of people like when I go to Canada or Mexico or something like that, and you have a conversation, we strike up a conversation with them, and they're just like, "Wow, you Americans are actually pretty cool." Like, yeah, we don't all
Way
want
to
to just
set
blow shit
standard.
up.
Way to be setting that high bar.
Man, we don't all want to deport Mexicans and blow shit up. I mean, that's only like a select few.
Well, I kind of like blowing shit up, but
Well,
you
I don't
know.
mean like when they say blow shit up, they means like blow up a country's.
Oh no, no. If you got an M80, I'll totally blow something up.
Man,
But
I was up at Whistler one time, just hanging out with these guys we met from England, and we were just shooting the shit with these English kids. And well, I say kids, they were like 20, but they were super cool. They were
everyone's a
doing
kid
like a
over 30 years old.
yeah.
Anybody younger than you is a kid.
I know.
So,
What was it? I was there for my buddy's bachelor party, and these like I said, these kids, these like 20-year-old kids from the UK were on some golf tournament. They were on like the Royal Golf Team. It was like some super highfalutin golf team from the UK that tours. Yeah, they're 20 and they're touring the world playing golf on these super luxurious golf courses. And
eh, screw you, stupid kids.
yeah, well, one of them supposedly went to school with like Prince Henry or something. I don't know if that's bullshit. He probably tells that to
Yeah.
everybody. I would. If I were English, I would tell everybody I went to school with Prince Henry. But
Mm-hmm.
but no, but he was pretty cool. And we're just talking, and stuff. And after a while, he's just like, you're the first American I've ever actually met, and you guys are way different than I thought you'd be. I'm like, what do you think we'd be? And he's like, well, we always thought you guys just want to blow shit up, and, and I'm like, no, I mean, don't be wrong. I mean, there's a lot of Republicans do, but not all of us are Republican.
Well, and just shows you stereotypes. That everyone around the world has different stereotypes. Every other country. So
Yeah, well, yeah.
what else?
But yes, I don't know. We should probably start the
Should
show,
we
I
start
guess.
the episode stuff?
Yeah, we got something. I don't
I
know. I should probably cue the music.
I would like everyone to know that I had a vodka and juice before we started, and I think I put too much vodka in it because I feel really good right now.
I have
So
some rum and something in this cup, and as you can see, it's gone. Should be an interesting show.
yes, let's start swearing because I filled up about this much vodka. in my glass.
All right. Well, on that note.
Oh, we them bad boys. C's, MC7, 48 let's go.
Well, welcome
Yay!
everybody to episode 27 of the Geek Dad Report. The one show dedicated, formulated, specially created to entertain the shit out of everybody and giving you some news that you need to know and making you feel important and special and smart.
That's all we really want to do. Just make people have a better feel of self-importance.
Self-importance. That's
Because there's not enough of that around these days.
As me and Ryan were discussing, we took last week off so I could go on a much-needed vacation with the wife, and
8 days.
8 days in
What
the
kind of
Dominican
adult
Republic,
takes
if that wasn't clear in our little banter segment there.
What kind of adult takes an 8-day vacation? I don't know. I wish I could get away phrase.
The super awesome kind. That's what kind does, Ryan. But I will talk a little bit more about my vacation in our recommendation section. But thank you for joining us this week. Ryan was going to do a solo show, but he chickened out.
Yes, very much so. I sat down to do it, and no, I couldn't do it. I don't know. I just wimped out. I thought it would just be really boring, and nobody would like it. So
That's okay, Ryan. That's okay.
sorry, guys. Maybe next time I'll try. I'll have some more courage.
Well, you know, occasionally people need a break from us too. So they took a week off. Hopefully, give everybody a chance to watch our super epic fail NFL special.
No, it was still a good episode.
No, it was a good
It just
episode.
didn't work in my video.
No,
So-
it was great on iTunes. Unfortunately, we did have a technical difficulty last week. We should not have that this week. We have tested our equipment 3 times. This many, I think.
Yes.
We had a
I
public
still
call.
think that it is because Brian did not approve of all my Steelers gear, and he was just trying to make himself feel better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I looked super awesome next to a black screen. it was great. No, if everybody out there wants to know what Ryan looked like, he can dress up in his Steelers gear on another episode and show everybody. Maybe when the
I would've
Seahawks,
done-
when the Seahawks play the Steelers, tell you what, the show we do before that, we'll wear our Seahawks and Steelers gear again, and you can see Ryan all decked out in that beautifully terrible black and I don't know, is it yellow or gold? It's yellow, right? Black and yellow.
gold.
Is it
Go yellow, but
Yellow?
yeah,
Pea yellow, kind of gold.
yeah, kind of.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not gonna play with it. So
So yeah, if you didn't check out our NFL special, you can still check it out. It's on all our various shows. I guess you can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Watch, Play, Read, Pod Hell, Facebook. Not Twitter yet, but soon.
we try to give you guys as many ways as possible to listen or watch the show, and it's been doing really well on the subscription department. So
Yep, what are we up to now? 19,000 subscribers.
yes, 19,000. Brian's gonna quit his job, and we're just gonna be straight up sponsorship money.
Do we? I should probably run this by my wife.
Forgot to tell you that we got a whole bunch of sponsors.
Oh, sweet.
Uh,
Is that what happened when I was on vacation? We got lots of sponsorships.
yes,
Nice.
yes, they just came rolling in.
Well, once again, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate it if you're one of our subscribers. If you're not, if you're still watching us on the YouTube channel, check us out on iTunes. Please subscribe. Don't forget to leave us a review, rating if you can. It would be amazing if we got some rating and feedback. I mean, me and Ryan both left. 2 anonymous people that kind of are like me and Ryan left some ratings on there. We did that so you would not be the first if somebody wanted to do it. We didn't want you to feel alone. So
Yeah, we just, you have to set us. No, not everyone wants to be the first one to jump in front. So we took that leap for you.
yeah,
and
we did. So yeah, definitely hop on, leave us some feedback, good or bad. We'll if you want us to read it on the show, we'd be more than happy to give you a shout on the show and say thank you. But If you haven't, everyone who still has listened or subscribed, thank you very much. We appreciate all your guys' viewership and listenership and subscribership, if that's even a real word.
Yes.
I don't know.
All the ships.
All the ships. We appreciate it all. So keep up, share us, like us, recommend us to your friends, and the bigger we get, the I don't know, the more we'll do
Fun
other
stuff.
But thank you for coming back and joining us yet again after our week off. We have all kinds of fun stuff, so I guess we could probably, I don't know, we could probably get into it.
Yeah, so we should probably jump into some ninja news, possibly.
We could.
Maybe?
Hang on.
I don't know. Not too much stuff went ninja kung fu fighting, rap, punching all over yet. So,
Oh, damn it.
and as soon as that theme song clicks on, I can stop rambling and coming up
Ramble
with
some
the
more.
weird stuff. And
There we go.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Huh.
Ninja, go ninja,
It's
go.
time
Go ninja, go
for
ninja.
Ninja News. Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Double X chop. No can defend punch. Fist of doom. Yeah. And since
I wonder who would win the fight if you and I had a ninja fight.
who would win?
Yeah.
Well, I think if we turned out the lights, you'd win because then you bust out your Daredevil moves on me.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like if it was like a well-lit area, I would just throw like something small in front of your feet and you wouldn't see it, and then you trip over, and then I'd throw the elbow. I'd give you the people's elbow, and then,
You think you would have enough time to go like this and then run across the room and then back across the room and then...
it works in wrestling. Why not in real life?
Yeah. It's true. But we need, before we get too deep into wrestling like we do sometimes, I think we should probably just hit the news.
Well, so since we queued the ninja news, so let's see. Since I love Star Wars and there's Star Wars news, we're gonna lead with Star Wars news. Yeah, lightsaber. I gotta get my
I like
Kylo
Star
Ren
Wars.
lightsaber. Look at this guy. I showed him off last week, but I don't know how many people watched because it was a disaster. Look at that guy, Kylo Ren. By the Force Unleashed Awakens toys. They're awesome. So.
I have a lightsaber coming.
Yes,
So-
I want a Kylo Ren lightsaber. I'm waiting for one like this one, but they don't have them yet. All they got's the ones where you gotta flick them and they kind of pop out and they're made of plastic. I don't know.
Well, Ultra Sabers have one.
Mm-hmm.
The company we're going to be working with for the lightsaber review that we're doing. But they're like $209, or no, they're like $400. And it's got the cross guard ones.
Oh, I can't wait
and
to see
everything.
it. So what are we gonna? Do we have any word on when we're actually getting that to review?
No, I sent them all the information. I'm just waiting to hear back. So
All right. Well, we're gonna have something cool to review on the show. We're gonna start doing some. I think we're on the show. One more show note before we dive into the news. Me and Ryan are gonna
Yes.
start probably doing some more reviews on our show. We'll probably do some movie reviews and some. Instead of giving them their own segments, we're gonna kind of incorporate it into the show. So one of the things we got coming up is this. Was it Ultra Sabers?
Yep.
So we'll more
combat lightsaber.
more as we get it. So we'll just
Yes.
Ninja news time. Here we go. So like I said, Star Wars news. Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen is rumored to be in Star Wars Episode 8. So let the speculation begin on what exactly he's going to be.
Well,
I mean, I guess it's only a couple
I
things.
don't know. You think he's gonna be like a young Vader?
So here's the
Like Ghost?
Here's
Or-
here's the most logical answers that kind of are floating around. So the rumor is that Hayden Christensen has started training for a role in Episode 8. The fact that he's training means that it's probably not just a spot appearance. Like a lot of people speculate he could show up as a Force Ghost, kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original trilogy. Which is still possible, but the fact that he's training to me means probably maybe a flashback. We might actually get a flashback episode or sequence, possibly like a cave sequence. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be a cool way to kind of like Luke went through in the Dagobah cave. Maybe whoever Luke's training in the Episode 8 is going to have to face their own demons. Maybe they face a young Anakin Skywalker. That would be a kind of a cool way to I think personally that would be a very cool way to tie the original well, not the original, but the prequels with the new, kind of the originals, the prequels to the new trilogy that's coming out. Everyone's commented that the new trilogy obviously is influenced heavily by the original trilogy, which is great, and I'm super excited about that. But I also do hope that they don't forget the prequels. So I think this would be an awesome way to kind of tie all 9 movies together in a way that's fun. So basically the things that he could be is obviously he could be a Force ghost. He could be, a flashback, or like I said, a dark, I don't know, cave type scene. Or the other rumor is that he could be a clone, that Kylo Ren is obsessed with Darth Vader. That's one of the things we do know about Episode 7. And that, obviously the prequels opened up the whole world of cloning, that it's not out of the realm of possibility that he finds a way to clone Darth Vader. I personally, this would be my least favorite thing.
Yeah, I would not like that idea. That just sounds... It sounds like they're just trying way too hard to bring back Vader, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't mind tie-ins to the old ones. I'm very happy that they're bringing back Luke, Leia, and Han, but I don't want them to regurgitate everything that they've done before. Obviously, J.J. Abrams, I know when he did Star Trek Into Darkness, a lot of people were very unhappy because he regurgitated Khan. And I feel like that would be more of the same in this if you brought back Anakin Skywalker. Anakin had
JJ's not doing 8, right?
What?
JJ's not doing Episode 8. It's the guy from Jumper.
No, yeah. It's not the guy from Jumper. It's the guy from Loopers.
Looper, that's right. Not
Yeah,
Jumper.
Looper. But yeah, no, I mean, and I was just bringing up an example of how, like, JJ and his trilogy, how, they rebooted Star Trek and they redid Khan again, and it wasn't nearly as well received. And I just would hate to see them do the same thing, make the same mistake with this new Star Wars movie. My guess is it's going to be either some kind of a Force ghost or, like I said, like kind of a dark cave, a Dagobah cave sequence, which I think would be awesome. So, but nothing's been officially confirmed. As with anything Star Wars, they will confirm nothing. So, but it's been floating around on enough websites, and a lot of time where there's smoke, there's fire. So my guess is that Hayden Christensen will be returning as Anakin in some form or another in Episode 8. So, obviously, if we hear more, we will let you know. Some more kind of scratch your head sequel news here. So Ridley Scott is doing the Prometheus sequels right now. He's working on them. He's been doing a lot of touring for his, press touring for his Martian movie, the Martian that's being released, I think, this weekend.
Everyone should go see.
Which I heard is amazing.
Yeah,
I really want
this
to
weekend.
see it. I saw more than one person on my vacation reading the novel. Just kind of, tie it back together. But one of the things that he keeps getting asked is, obviously Neil Blomkamp is doing the new Alien movie, and Ridley Scott's obviously reopened the whole Alien kind of universe when he did Prometheus, and he's, his next movie is supposed to be Prometheus too. And so they were asking about it, and so he kind of dropped the knowledge on everybody that he wants to make Prometheus 2, 3, and possibly 4. Which to me,
was Prometheus even that well received? I mean, it was an okay movie.
It was okay. It nobody really hated it, but nobody really loved it either. But it ended up making about $400 million worldwide. So financially, it was a success. I don't know what they can do to make 4 Prometheus movies, because ultimately, at the end of the day, all anybody really wants to see is Alien movies. They don't really want to see Prometheus movies.
Yeah, I mean, do we really care, like, how the architects made everything? I mean,
I didn't really care that much. When I watched Prometheus, it wasn't that scary. It didn't tie in much to the Alien universe. I mean, I kind of set the groundwork for it, but I just didn't care about the creators. They tried to go way too, like, almost biblical and trying to tell everybody what created the universe. They tried to get way too deep, I think, for the movie, and it just didn't quite work well. I don't know. But is there enough there for a Prometheus movie to do a 2, 3, and 4? I don't know. I mean, he did say that he's not planning on tying the Alien universe into Prometheus until Episode 3 or 4. So,
well, didn't he already did it with the first one?
Well, he kind of did, but he never directly let it. So the original idea for Prometheus was that the end of Prometheus was going to basically be the beginning of Alien. Um, the space jockey, the original guy that you saw his chest burst out in the first movie,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be him escaping and then having the alien blow out of his chest was supposed to be the end of Prometheus. And then who is it? Is it Damon Lindelof, the guy who did Lost and who fucks up every movie he touches? um,
Pretty
he
much.
he got with Ridley and they rewrote the entire script. And so then they started, instead of becoming an Alien prequel, they dive much more into the whole like who were the architects and were they the creator of mankind and exploring human origins, and they just really tried to go really really deep, and like most Damon Lindelof movies, they made no sense, and by the end it was just a big mess that asked more questions than it actually answered. So
Damn it, Lost.
yeah, oh god, don't even. We could do a whole drunk Lost episode. Even now, what, like 5, 6 years, 7 years later, 8 years later, we could still drunk rant about Lost. But I don't know. So I have no idea what he's gonna do with Prometheus.
Yeah,
There was things I liked
he
about
could
it.
totally do Prometheus 2, and I think you could do it and wrap it up like with that. I don't see the need for a 3 and a 4.
Well, I don't either, and I'm wondering if Fox said the same thing, because so he said that about a week ago, and then yesterday he was talking, I think, to Entertainment Weekly, and said that the name they have a title for Prometheus 2. It's not going to be called Prometheus 2. It's going to be called Alien
Prometheus.
Paradise Lost. What?
Yeah, like let's just combine a bunch of.
So in the
Let's-
span of
let's do a
7
mad-
days, let's
Okay, guys, I can't think of a name. Let's just do a Mad Lib. All right, think about.
So in the span of 7 days, let's sum this up. Ridley Scott goes from saying, I'm going to make Prometheus 2, 3, and possibly 4, and maybe 3 and 4 will start to tie into the Alien universe, to 6 days later says, no, Prometheus 2 isn't even called Prometheus 2, it's called Alien Paradise Lost, which clearly ties into Aliens, or else that's like the biggest tease in movie history.
Yeah, or just to throw everybody off. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, if it has nothing to do with aliens, I really think people might quit watching Ridley Scott alien movies. I don't know. I do know that Fox is really excited about the Neil Blomkamp Alien 2.5, or whatever they're going to call it. So
I think it's gonna be essentially they're trying to make it Alien 3. So you have to forget about 3 and Resurrection.
and
So
4 and whatever else they did. But yeah, no, and that's exactly what they're doing. And I'm really excited about that. And I think, like I said, I think Fox is really excited about that. But Ridley Scott, I don't know how much influence I know obviously he has a large influence on the property because he did the first one. I don't know how much he created, and I don't know how much rights he has to the franchise. But it sounds like he's the one who's kind of stalling that movie from getting made, because he wants to do his Prometheus movies first and kind of tie him into the Alien movie. So it sounds like Fox wants to fast track the new Alien movie, and I think maybe they got to Ridley and said, okay, listen, man, we like your ideas and we want you to do these, but we need to start tying them into the Aliens movies because we want to get back into that franchise. So that's where the money is.
you think it'll be different with H.R. Geiger now that he's dead?
I doubt it. I mean, they have all the layouts for all the aliens and all the designs and concept designs. I can't imagine they're going to veer off too heavily. I'm sure HR had some kind of apprentice or protege or somebody who could probably help him design something. But anyway, that's Prometheus news. It's just as confusing as it sounds. I have no idea what they're doing. All we know for sure is that the next Prometheus movie is actually going to be called Alien Paradise Lost. So as we know more, they start shooting, I believe, early this next year or late this year. So I know they're trying to move it up and get it made. So when we hear more, we will let you know. Ice Cube has been cast as Scrooge. Some more fun, weird news. Ice Cube is going to be Scrooge in a reimagining of a Christmas Carol called Humbug.
Is it gonna premiere on BET channel?
No, I don't believe so. Universal Studios is doing it, and my guess is that they have probably working out some. They made a shit ton of money from Straight Outta Compton, which was I believe Ice Cube had a big hand in that. So I'm guessing they're just trying to do more Ice Cube's projects since they made a ton of money with that. So
I think give him a chance with that story. I mean, my favorite is always going to be Bill Murray.
oh, Scrooged,
Scrooged.
yeah,
'Cause Scrooge is awesome.
Scrooge is my favorite.
Yeah.
And then after Scrooged, it's the Muppets Christmas Carol. That is a good movie too.
Yep. That's exactly the same order for me.
So I don't know. I think it's a story that's been told so many times. I don't think another story is a big deal. I think it's fine. I think there's plenty of room for that to be reimagined. I guess I don't know how they're going to reimagine it. I don't know if it's going to be like an Annie remake or if it's just going to be like Ice Cube is Scrooge and move on with it. So I don't know. My guess is it's going to be a Christmas next year release. Kind of doesn't make sense to.
There's no way it's gonna come out this year. So
Yeah, it's not coming out this year. It just got announced, and I doubt they're gonna release it in the summer. So you can probably look forward to Humbug in Christmas time of 2016. Another remake ish. I don't know what you would call it. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is getting another movie. This time it's going to be directed by Bryan Singer.
move on.
His last adaptation of Jack and the Beanstalk was really not that good, so I don't have high hopes for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's all right. It's not great, but it's not awful either. No word on whether it's going to be a reimagining or if it's going to stick close to the Jules Verne. I think it's Jules Verne, right? The original Jules Verne novel. I don't know. But it's got Bryan Singer, and the only good news about this is it gets him off X-Men.
Yay!
Yay! Give it back to Matthew Vaughn, Bryan Singer. He did a way better job. Some more woohoo news. Transformers 5, the franchise that will never die.
Yes. I've not seen past Transformers 2.
And you're probably the better for it. I'm a Transformers fan, and 4 was about, ugh, God, it was so boring. Transformers 5, though, we've talked about on the show in the past, so they have a whole big writer's room trying to map out a Transformers universe, so, I don't know. It's got The Walking Dead's Robert Kirkman helping write it, so, I have a little hope that maybe they can map out something that's interesting, and so this new news actually kind of points maybe in that direction. So Transformers 5 apparently is going to tell a parallel story, 2 separate stories told at the same time. One is Optimus Prime apparently is going to go into space and find Cybertron, the Transformers homeworld, and why can't I remember his name? Who's the big world who eats people?
Oh crap!
Oh,
No,
not Galactus. It's not Unicron.
It's
Omnicron.
right.
Yeah, Google it.
I got.
Look it up. I'm gonna talk while you look it up. Normally we don't Google stuff, but we need to know this. So anyway, he's going to go into space trying to find Cybertron. He's going
Unicron.
Unicron. Thank you. I knew I had it. It was close. He's gonna run into Unicron. So they're it looks like they're gonna try and set up Unicron as almost like their, I don't know, big overarching bad guy. They're Thanos, if you would.
Thanos.
And so why Optimus Prime is in space battling space pirates and Unicron, Mark Wahlberg will be on Earth with the Dinobots telling a story on Earth that, moving along that story. So Michael Bay is set to direct. I forget who's writing it, but some guy won some award at some point. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it, I don't know, might be all right. The other thing that does interest me that me and you actually talked about would be awesome for a Transformers property is they are going to also be doing an animated 3D feature called Cybertron that is going to tell the history of the Transformers and kind of like how they rose to power and where Optimus Prime came from. So basically it'd be a Transformers prequel done in animation form.
Yep, I'm all for that. I know my son will watch it. So
yeah, well, I mean, I think, like I said, we talked about it, and we believe Transformers is best when animated. So I am very excited about a live, a big budget animated 3D kind of Pixar type movie with
Yeah.
Transformers. So no release dates on either one of those. More news as we get it, but my guess is probably 2017 is probably when they'll start getting this, actually be out summer. So speaking of big summer movies that are, I don't know, feuding with each other. Well, so Zack Snyder, before we get to the feuding part, Zack Snyder, who is obviously directing Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice. A lot of people speculated whether that movie is actually a sequel to Man of Steel. Originally, it started out as a sequel to Man of Steel 2, and then it kind of morphed into something else, and then reports came out, I believe we talked about it, but if we didn't, it came out that Warner Brothers wanted Zack Snyder to add more Batman and less Superman, which, no surprise, Batman equals big dollars, and everybody loves Batman, so it's not really a shocker that they would want more Batman in their movie. But Zack Snyder basically came out and said, no, we're not getting... Well, then rumors came out that George Miller, the guy who did Mad Max, the most recent Mad Max movie, was going to possibly direct a Man of Steel 2, and so people were like, oh, so are they going to go forward with the sequel to Superman? Zack Snyder said, no, we're not going forward with the sequel to Superman. This is, in fact, Man of Steel 2. Basically kind of confirming the rumors that, they like Superman, but they're much more on board with...
They want to start making the Marvel money.
They want the Marvel money. They introduced Superman in Man of Steel. He will be one of the leaders in the Justice League movies going forward, but he is not going to be getting his own another movie for a long time. They're much more committed to Ben Affleck as Batman, and we'll probably get 2 or 3 Batman movies.
Which I like it.
I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm a big Superman fan. I've always been a big Superman fan. I grew up on the Christopher Reeves movies, love him to death, and I was really excited for more Man of Steel movies. I'm kind of sad that we may not get them, but there's Dawn of Justice coming out next year. There's 2 more Justice League movies coming out over the next 3 or 4 years, so we're gonna get our fair share of Superman. And my guess is that Superman will probably show up on maybe the Wonder Woman movie or the Aquaman movie or the Batman movie. So. We're definitely going to get more Superman, just not probably his own movie, which, whatever. But
yeah.
Zack Snyder also recently, in talking about his Batman versus Superman movie, basically kind of slammed on Ant-Man a little bit, basically saying that this is a big property, that people love Batman and Superman. These aren't the, Marvel flavor, Ant-Man type movie, flavor of the week type movies.
Oh, Ant-Man was awesome. You can't...
I'm not on board. Zach, I like you, Zach. I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. I like his movies. I've defended him. I put him in the same category with Michael Bay, and I defend him all the time. Mm-hmm. But, come on, man. There's enough room in this world that we don't need to be attacking... The geek movies don't need to be attacking the geek movies. We can all just get along and...
And make comic book love.
So, Sebastian Shaw, also known as the Winter Soldier, was not going to take his comments lightly. He was on, I believe, Entertainment Weekly, and they were talking to him about it, and he said, hey, Zack Snyder's entitled to his opinion. Personally, we don't think Ant-Man is a flavor of the week. We very much enjoyed it. In a lot of ways, it's a very original movie. He goes, but hey, not everybody can try and make a remake of a much better Christopher Nolan movie. I was like, ooh.
Oh, nice.
So shots fired. It is, in some ways, it is kind of fitting. Marvel and DC have been going at it forever. It is kind of fitting that they're still going at it.
It's what we want as fans, anyways. So.
It's what we want as fans. But to be completely fair and honest, I am a big DC fan, and DC, your movies have not been as good as Marvel. So I would probably just shut my mouth until Batman comes out and Superman comes out, and everybody loves it, and it makes like $1 billion. Then you can talk a little bit, but until then, you did make Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's still something I'm trying to recover from.
Marvel has made some bad movies. I mean, Elektra wasn't good. Daredevil wasn't great. Ghost Rider 2 was pretty bad. But
well, wasn't
nothing.
Or didn't they sell those ones?
What I was going to say is these are Marvel movies.
Oh, okay.
But nothing has compared to Batman and Robin. That movie is terrible.
That movie is so terrible. I remember as a kid seeing it, I was like, this sucks so bad.
And Green Lantern. Oh, so bad.
I I honestly I didn't even see it.
Watch it. It's worth laughing at. I feel bad because Ryan Reynolds really tries hard.
No, I don't want to ruin Ryan Reynolds. I'd like him.
He tries so hard. He really does. But anyway, so it's just a little fun banter between those two people in the studios. But I don't know. I'm very much looking forward to Batman vs Superman and Captain America: Civil War. Both come out early next year, so we got those to look forward to. Morgan Creek Studios Productions. I don't know what their official title is. I just know they're called Morgan Creek. A lot of us may remember that name from movies like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. When we were kids, they had that cool little stream that lit up and then said Morgan Creek. So their movies.
That Kevin Costner one?
Yep, Kevin Costner. They're actually looking to sell off. They were pretty big in the 90s. They're actually looking to sell off some of their libraries because they want to remake a few of their properties. Right now, they're actually looking to remake The Exorcist, Ace Ventura, and Major League.
Ace Ventura?
Yeah. I love Ace Ventura, but I don't think you can remake that.
Yeah. I don't know if you can remake Ace Ventura. I mean, Major League?
I feel like you can remake Major League.
I don't know. Major League was kind of like the movie of that decade. I mean,
well, I think you could redo Major League because the idea is a pretty common one in sports movies. You know, a team of losers all band together to become winners.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to do what they do a lot of times and neuter the idea. Major League was great because it was a rated R comedy. It was funny. It had a lot of good characters. Had lots of swearing, and it was
yeah.
Really
You'd like now they would make it like PG-13.
PG-13 and yeah. No, I'm with you. If they could redo it, if they redo it like Hangover and make it a hard R, I'd be okay with seeing another Major League movie. I mean, it'd be fun to see. I think they should recast Charlie Sheen as Wild Thing again.
Yeah. Wild Thing!
I think he'd be great.
He's got sideburns.
Here's the deal. I don't even think you have to. Here you go, Morgan Creek. We're going to give you some free Geek Dad Report ideas here. No charge. Mm-hmm. I think here's what they do. You don't reboot it. You bring it back. Martin Sheen. Charlie Sheen is making a comeback as Wild Thing.
And Mutombe is back as the slugger that only hits once.
Baseball. These guys played until like 50 anyway. You could bring them all back. Say they're young. You can have half of them on steroids. The other half are all addicted to cocaine, and it would be great. Yes. So, Ace Ventura, no, don't remake that. That is not a movie you can remake.
Nobody wants a remake of that.
Unless you want to bring Jim Carrey back for Ace Ventura 3, I guess. But no, don't remake that. The Exorcist, you'll ruin it, so don't remake it. Major League.
So Major League.
Major League.
Everything else.
Other than that, yeah. Major League: The Return is what you could call it.
Yes.
Or the comeback. That's what you call it. Major League: The Comeback.
And you gotta have those fans that are in the stands, that are the diehard Indian fans.
I don't know if he's still alive. I hope so. But the crazy commentator who always was drinking whiskey while he was commentating.
Yeah, no, he's long dead.
Is he? I love that when he's like, just a little bit outside when he like throws it like into the stands.
Yeah.
Love that movie. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, they're just kind of shopping around. There's nothing in development or being done right now. So if we hear more, we'll let you guys know. Apple. We got a lot to.
What does Apple not do these days?
You know what? We've got a lot of stories that really I'm having a hard time transitioning. They're also all over the board, random. This should be called "What the Fuck" segment because all these news stories are like, what? Huh?
Yeah. Sorry, we went deep into the internet. We
were off for 2 weeks. You think I would have been able to find news, but there wasn't a lot of news. I picked a good time to go on vacation. There really wasn't a lot of news over the last couple weeks. But so Apple wants to have an electric car by 2019.
Well, an electric self-driving car.
They want an electric self-driving and an electric car. They want 2 models. And they want them both in production by 2019. Now, the Apple developers have come out and said, no, it's not going to be ready by 2019. But, I don't know.
They have like $600 billion in cash reserves. You can build a freaking self-driving electric car.
Why not? I mean, Tesla just announced, Tesla just released like a battery that you can power your whole home. I don't know how much that costs, but I'm sure it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Pretty slick, though. Sits up against your wall and it just powers your whole house. So, I don't know. Apple, I'm pretty sure it syncs with your phone and your iPad.
Probably. God. Of course it does.
It'll download your playlist.
Yeah, and then put you on maps and
Oh God. Oh Jesus. I hope they don't use Apple Maps.
yeah.
They'll drive us
Oh,
right into, drive us right into the damn ocean. Be awful. Apple Maps is not good. Google Maps. I'm an Apple fanboy and I love Google Maps. All right. Last couple little things we got here, I guess, in our normal part of the news. The first trailer, Angry Birds, the video game. I know it's a video game. I don't know. It's an app game for your phone. You know, you take the little bird and you put them on the slingshot and you shoot them out. So they decided that Angry Birds needed a movie. So we're getting a movie. They released the first trailer. Yeah, I don't know. I saw the trailer. It's got a lot of stars voicing, but obviously it's a 3D animation movie. I don't know. It looks all right. I'll try and get up on the Facebook page. If not, you can go to YouTube and find it, but I'm sure our kids will want to see it.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, it's an app. Can we really be out of ideas? I mean, me and Ryan just gave out a golden one for Major League that you can make into a movie. Do we really need to take Angry Birds and turn? I mean, what's next? Like Cut the Rope game, Fruit Ninja game.
Where's My Water? You ever play Where's My Water?
Yeah, Where's My Water, the movie? I'm sure that's coming. Ugh, God.
I want to be a wildlife documentary.
Oh, I'm telling you, people have run out of ideas. Which in a second you're gonna really figure out everyone's ran out of ideas when we get to our TV shows that are in the works. Last little bit of regular news before we get to our TV show news. Amazon Prime is gonna only be $67 tomorrow only. So Friday, September 25th, you can get Amazon Prime a whole year, which is normally $100 for $67. I only bring it up because I have Amazon Prime and I love it, and they have actually some pretty cool shows on the Amazon Prime stuff. I have a Fire Stick that I use on my TV for streaming, and I get a lot of cool Amazon shows. I started watching Defiance on Amazon Prime.
Great show. I'm very happy for you.
Great show. I love it. These guys, Ryan and X, are CEO /
Shogun. Yes.
Of our friend. They've been recommending it forever, and I finally got on there and checked it out, and it's a really good show. So watch Defiance. But if you want to get caught up, you can go on Amazon Prime, and you can actually download the episodes to your tablet and watch them offline, which is awesome. So anyway, $67 tomorrow. So if you're listening to us on Saturday, sorry you missed it. But if you listen to us right away, like you should.
Well, we get it posted. But
yeah, if we get it posted, if Ryan gets it posted, Phil would be very angry with you if you don't get it posted. He was sending me angry emails while I was in the Dominican.
Dude, I had everything all done, and
son of
I
a
had it
bitch.
set up, and then I was like, why is it not posted? I went and looked on YouTube, like, oh, it was set on private.
That $67 price is only for new subscribers. If you're already a subscriber like me, you can actually gift a subscription to yourself if you want to get it. So I'm going to hop on tomorrow because my subscription runs out in December, and I'm going to gift myself a $67 subscription. So
Gift one to me, too.
go tomorrow and hop on Amazon. Amazon, we expect 10% of everyone that we help sell for you.
I'll look and see if there's a thing going on the
On our link site.
affiliates, Amazon affiliates program that we work with.
All right. So that's it for our regular news. Now we got some TV show news. These are all TV shows, with the exception of this first one. Well, the first little TV show is kind of just a reminder. Guardians of the Galaxy, the animated series for Marvel, is going to be debuting September 26th, this Saturday on Disney XD. If you're a big fan of Hulk, Agents of Smash, or Spider-Man Unlimited, or Avengers Assemble, which I used to review for a while. They're all fun. They're all interconnected. Marvel has their own interconnected, animation universe that has Spider-Man and Wolverine, and it's cool because they actually get the X-Men, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see what the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, would be if they had all their properties, because they do have them in animation form, which is awesome.
We had Wolverine as an Avenger.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's debuting. It's part of that universe, so they'll have Spider-Man and Hulk on it and stuff like that. But I haven't had a chance to watch the whole thing, but from what I've seen so far, some of the clips, it looks really good. So check that out. It airs this Saturday on Disney XD. The rest of this show news, we'll just kind of blow through it. It's TV shows that are currently in production, that are in the works. There's so many of them, and they're all rehashes that I had to mention them. They all just kind of came out this week. My guess is because all the new shows are debuting on all the major networks, and so they're kind of releasing what they've got coming next. So the first one up is Jason Statham is making a show. I don't know for what network. It's basically the characters from Layer Cake. It was an English movie that was made a while ago. It's called Viva La Madness, and it's based on the sequel to Layer Cake. So if you haven't seen Layer Cake, I really recommend watching it. It's a really good movie. It's got Daniel Craig as the main character. It's kind of a gangster movie. It's done it is a gangster movie. It's basically by I think Guy Ritchie directed it. It's kind of in the vein of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and those movies, but it's gonna be Jason Statham's first TV show. I believe it's gonna be like a 13 episode like limited edition series, but that's currently getting made, so I don't know what network when it comes out. We'll let you know. NBC has a couple new shows coming out. One is going to be a prequel series based on the movie Taken. Yeah.
Why? Why do we
know, man.
Yeah.
All of these shows you can just say why, but it's not going to star Liam Neeson. But it's going to be, I don't know, they haven't cast Brian Mills yet, but it's basically going to be about his younger years. Now he became a badass, so I don't know. They've also committed to a series based on another movie, a Clint Eastwood, the 1993 Clint Eastwood movie, In the Line of Fire, where he plays a Secret Service agent. So no word on whether it's going to be a prequel, because in that movie, if you haven't seen it, it's actually a pretty good movie. He's an older Secret Service agent who's kind of doing his last duty protecting the president. He's trying to get a guy who he missed in his younger years. So my guess is it'll probably be his younger years that they show, not the end, which is what Line of Fire was.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a good movie. Another good movie from the 90s, Hunt for Red October. Well, I guess it was the 80s. In the Patriot Games, all those good ones. Jack Ryan movies, Tom Clancy movies. They are going to be doing a Tom Clancy TV show now. Or, a Jack Ryan TV show.
Yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of the Jack Ryan novels from Tom Clancy, so I'll give it a shot. I mean, the Jack Ryan movie with Tom Cruise?
No, they did. That was Jack Reacher, but it had Chris Pine. Chris Pine was the latest Jack Ryan, and he was what was it? Shadow Recruit. That's
right.
I believe it was Shadow Recruit. Those, or was it Shadow Recruit or Shadow Hunter? I don't know, but it was I think it was Shadow Recruit. No, it was a decent movie. It didn't do as well financially, so I'm guessing that's why they've kind of looking at this and maybe doing something a little different. But I don't know. Of all these shows, I think this one actually has a chance of doing pretty well because I used to read all the books when I was younger. I've read just about all of them. Well,
I got a stack of them somewhere.
They got a whole bunch of new ones. Apparently, Jack Ryan became the president, and now his son is like head of the CIA, and he's running around or something. I don't know. So I didn't quite read that far, but I read all Hunt for October, Patriot Games. I don't remember the other ones, but they're all pretty good. It's a good character. It'd probably make for a decent show. No news on what network that's for or when that's coming out, but that's also going to develop. Fox is going to reboot the A-Team. That is the last one we got for you guys. Yeah, so apparently, but it's not just a reboot, it's actually a reimagining. They're going to have a multiracial and multi-gender team this time. So there'll be
of course. Yeah. You gotta make it as PC as possible now.
Oh my god. Have you been watching South Park? Please tell me you've been watching South Park.
The new ones?
Yes. They just started. Episode 2 was last night.
Okay, I'll record them.
Oh, dude, watch them. They are going they're all about talking about all this PC crazy world that we got going on right now. They're making fun of Caitlyn Jenner. They're making fun of Donald Trump. They're making fun of immigration. I mean, they're just going all out. It is hilarious, but it's good.
Yes, I'm waiting for the Kim Davis episode.
But all I know is if B.A. Baracus is played by Ronda Rousey, I quit. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
It'll be interesting to see just because there's just some stuff they did do something different.
I wouldn't mind seeing a female character as Face. I think they could do a pretty cool. They could cast a cool female soldier as Face. That seems like a
Yeah.
character that could be a very that could transition really well to a to a different gender. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see.
So anyway, that's all we got for news. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna make it hail. Here we go. Ready?
Well, I guess we could all say there's a whole bunch of new shows coming out this week as well. So
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit in our questions.
we're gonna get into that next week once we have some time to watch them.
Yeah, we'll try and give some reviews of the new shows that have come out. Me and Ryan are trying to tag team them and catch as many new ones as we can. But we actually had some questions in our Q&A that talk about that. So we'll talk about that a little more in a second. Tonight, because we just came back and I don't know.
We're already running along.
We're already running along. We decided to kind of scrap all the extra segments, and we're basically going to keep it to the original Geek Dad format with the news, and then we'll give some Q&A, and then we'll give our recommendations. So, without further ado, or as long as it takes me to bring up our Q&A section.
Yeah.
Oh, dance, Ryan, dance.
This is me doing my dance in a chair. It
Dance.
just involves
Dance
my
harder.
arms moving a lot.
All right,
and
I
my
found it.
body
We're good. We're good.
stays
Found
there.
it. I got
All right.
it. That was a good dance, though, Ryan.
You weren't even looking.
All right, so the first question of the night is from Jeff. I believe it's from, where's Jeff from, anyway?
Jeff Alden.
Yeah.
He is a fellow Lake Stevens class of 2000 high school.
Good. Good Washingtonian. So Jeff
Yes,
from
yes.
Washington wants to know why hasn't Ryan started watching Arrow like his old school buddy Jeff told him to do so?
You
That's a good
know,
question, Jeff. That's a great question.
I don't know
too
why
would
he's
ask
so
Ryan.
hostile toward me right now. And I feel slightly offended. And the reason why I did not get into Arrow, I recorded like the first 8 episodes when it came out. And I can't remember if something came on a DVR or what. I didn't watch them. And so this summer, I made an effort. I watched the first 5 episodes. They were great. And then I decided I was going to finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. instead.
That's probably a good call.
And I wanted to get caught up on that. So I did that. And I just had not been able to find time to dedicate. I don't get like free time. So when my wife and the kids go to bed at like 7:30, my wife and I will spend, we'll watch a couple of our shows together. And then I come downstairs and I work. So my free time is pretty small. So I'm going to try and get caught up on Flash. Just because that'll be a lot easier. And there'll be another reason for that coming very soon. And then Brian's just going to fill me in. So, sorry, Jeff. I'll try. But I'm mostly just going to have someone else tell me what happens. So,
That sounds like a bunch of whiny excuses to me, Ryan.
I don't have time.
Yeah, you know what? You could have saved us 2 minutes and just said, I don't have time, instead of whining like a little girl. Well, Jeff, you will be happy to know that I have seen every episode of Arrow. So, keeping the Arrow face strong, and I will convert Ryan. I will continue to break down his defenses and probably just tell him everything that's happened so he'll just get caught up. But Ryan is going to dedicate himself to starting season 4 and staying caught up, aren't you, Ryan?
Yes.
There
As
we go.
soon as you tell me.
As soon as I tell. Well, it starts in October in 2 weeks. We got Arrow premieres in less than 2 weeks.
Oh,
13
crap.
days.
I got 2 weeks to watch the whole Flash?
Yeah, you better hurry up because Flash is amazing.
Yes.
Let's see, Jody, who's starting to turn into a regular questionnaire. Good job, Jody.
Yeah.
She actually had a few questions. So, because we were off last week and we didn't have time to answer everybody's questions. Some of you submitted multiple questions, so usually we have a rule of 1 per person, but tonight we will answer them all. Questions for everybody. Boom. Woo! Hello.
Do it.
All right. Very special.
More questions.
All right. So Jody, first question she had was, she wants Top Gun 2. Who's with her? We are.
I am,
You are.
but my only thing is I don't know if the Air Force, or it'll be like Top Gun 2, the unmanned drones, and it'll be a
There's.
bunch of dudes like sitting in their control
Whoa,
rooms,
whoa, whoa.
going
Bunch of
playing with
dudes
their
doing
joystick.
this? No.
Yeah, they'll be in control rooms going like this with their
Yes, for our
joysticks.
podcast listeners, Ryan is making almost a jerk off motion, which is disgusting and highly horrible.
I'm sure the
Nobody
people
does that.
the people using unmanned drones are not masturbating.
No, they
So,
are. I just hope they're not doing
oh,
it while they're unmanning drones.
I'm gonna blow this guy up with a missile.
Oh man, I am on board for Top Gun 2 as long as it has Tom Cruise. Other than that, I could care less. If it's got Tom Cruise, I'm in.
Tom Cruise as like an instructor. You have to play Danger Zone. If you do not play
What
Danger
if
Zone,
they?
I will not see it.
Here's an idea. What if they went like way out of left field and went Top Gun 2, but like World War Z? So like Goose comes back from the dead as a zombie. How great would that be?
That would be, I don't know, be kind of sad.
What if the Russians all came back too? Zombies, zombie Russians, and led by Zombie Goose.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm
Great
liking
balls
this
of
idea.
fire. Ah.
All right, let's see. She also wants to know what if let's see, what would our Halloween costumes be if we went trick or treating?
Man, I would go as
I'd go as Fat Lazy Dad.
Fat Lazy Dad. Come on, that's not a costume. I would go as Darth Vader. Full
Wow.
full mask.
Well, I would probably
I'd
go
have
as
to use a cane instead of a lightsaber.
that'd be pretty
So,
awesome. That's hey, you know what? That's actually a pretty good use of a lightsaber. That's actually not a bad idea.
mhm.
I would probably go as Thor because I have such huge biceps and beautiful hair that all I would need to do is just get a hammer and
Yeah.
I'd look just like
And
Thor.
not even like a Molger, just like, like a regular hammer for nails.
the ghetto Thor costume.
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't know. You know what? I have a Clark Kent costume that I keep in my closet that I've actually helped me win tickets to Man of Steel when I first started hanging out with Ryan, watch play read.
Yeah.
I'd probably just wear that because I'm lazy and have to buy another one. But I don't know what would be my dream costume. A stormtrooper. That'd be pretty cool.
Dream costume, man.
Well, I don't know about dream, but I always thought it'd be cool to have a stormtrooper costume. You could use it for all kinds of different things.
I would go with like Indiana Jones because I already got the hat.
I dressed
So
up one year as Conan the Barbarian. That was pretty cool. I did.
yeah,
I decked out
I would totally.
I did my whole upper body in that white and black paint. It was pretty tight.
Yeah, like when they're going in at the end.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's sweet.
So
I would totally have to get ripped though. I could not do Conan with
yeah,
my
I was.
labs.
It was back when I worked out more. Let's put it that way. I would not do it now. I don't know. Something cool. I'd probably go do. My kids love comic books, so I'd probably do like an Iron Man or a Hulk or something would be my costume for taking my kids out trick or treating. And then her last question is, oh man, that's a tough one. If you could only have one beer for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Every time I go to Washington, it's usually around the time where we do the fundraiser for the disease I have, and they always serve Mac and Jack.
Yeah, Mac and
And
Jack's a good beer.
I would just go with Mac and Jack because I drink 3 of them, and I'm good for like the whole night. So Mac and Jack's.
Yeah, Mac and Jack's a
I think
great.
they're sponsored by my sister's company. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Mac and Jack is a great local beer over here in Seattle. Another local beer, actually, is probably my favorite local beer. Is it's called Manny's Pale Ale. It's super good. It's basically tastes almost identical to Mac and Jack's to an extent. It's a little more bitter. I don't usually like the bitter beers, but this one's really tasty. So, if that's the only beer I could have, I'd probably choose that one or Bud Light because it's fucking awesome. No, I'm just kidding. Bud Light is terrible.
Mac and Jack.
PBR. Duh. That's all I drink anyway.
How to get some?
And where's my wife beater?
Yes.
So we're gonna say Manny's and Mac and Jack's. Thank you, Jody. Those are great questions. Let's see here. What else we got here? Phil. Should we say Phil's for last?
Wasn't he last?
Yeah, he was last, so we'll save his last. Brian from Washington. We got a lot of people from Washington today. Brian from Washington wants to know, with the fall seasons of TV shows starting, what new show are we going to check out, and what returning shows are we really excited to see?
Um, I I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna watch Heroes Reborn
Mm-hmm.
probably tomorrow night with my wife. I'm really curious to see how that one's. It aired tonight,
Yeah,
but I'll be watching.
2 hour
Tomorrow.
premiere.
And show that I'm looking forward that's returning. Blacklist.
Oh, I gotta watch
That's
that.
one of
I've
my
heard that's
favorites.
really good.
It is. It's awesome. And my wife and I like Scandal, and it's more she kind of got me into it because she started watching
That's
it.
the show with the girl who's having an affair with like the president, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
basically. And but the first lady just doesn't really care anymore.
So it's like the
So
Clinton
I would say
administration.
Blacklist and Scandal. I'm looking forward to coming back, and I'm really interested to see how Heroes Reborn is. I've already watched Limitless and The Muppet Show. That came out this week. Both of them solid first episodes. I'll I don't like to give anything a really good critique until they're 3 to 4 episodes in, because that's when you start kind of see where they're going to be going. But yeah, there's my take.
Let's see. I'm kind of on the same page with you. Obviously, I'm recording. I recorded Limitless. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. I've been catching up on the shows I missed while I was on vacation. But I got Muppets. I got to watch Limitless. And obviously Heroes Reborn. I'm very excited for that one. Limitless. I enjoyed the Bradley Cooper movie, so I was kind of interested to see what the show was going to be. And Muppets are always great, so but the ones I'm really excited about is Heroes Reborn. I love the original season of Heroes. Even the last 3 seasons were okay. I mean, they weren't great, but I enjoyed them. But a couple shows I'm really excited to kind of see is some of the new DC shows that are coming out. I'm excited for DC Legends of Tomorrow, the Flash Arrow spinoff.
Oh yeah,
Flash was amazing. That doesn't air, I believe, until November though, so or maybe late October, but. I'm very excited for that one. I'm excited for Supergirl. I'm hearing good things about it.
what about that?
Every time I see a new promo for Supergirl, I'm very excited about that one. God, there was one more I was thinking about. I totally forgot. But as far as if I can remember, I'll tell you. But Heroes Reborn, Supergirl, and DC Legends of Tomorrow, I can't wait to check out. And obviously Limitless, I'm gonna give it a shot in the Muppets. I am super excited for the X-Files to come back, but that doesn't come back till January, so I guess we can't really
Oh
count
crap!
that
I forgot about that one.
one. That's more of a January show, and as we get closer, I'm sure me and Ryan will talk a lot about it. We got to talk to Fox, see if Fox can give us some screeners, and we will do an entire show on X-Files. But as far as returning shows, I'm really excited to see where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. goes in Season 3.
Yeah.
With the Inhumans that they did was so good. I love where they took Sky's character, and have you caught up yet?
No, I spent the whole summer getting caught up on Agents of Shield, so I had to start all the way from the beginning.
So are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm totally
Okay.
caught up.
I didn't know if you were caught up yet. I didn't want to ruin anything, but yeah, I'm very excited what they did with Quake and Daisy, and where they transitioned her character to. So I'm pretty excited to see next season. They're
I
supposed
want
to
to see what
introduce.
the hell that stupid box thing was that transformed and then ate Simmons.
Yeah,
So-
I have no idea what's going to happen with that. They're going to introduce the Secret Warriors, which I'm really excited about. They're going to introduce more Inhumans. They're going to introduce a Lash, a crazy looking Inhuman he's a bad guy. He looks kind of like Beast. So I'm very excited where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going. I'm also very excited for the return of Flash, Arrow, and Supernatural. I'm a big Supernatural fan. I followed every season. It got kind of dull for a while, but last season I felt they did a really good job of kind of reinvigorating the show, and they're
Isn't Felicia Day on that now?
yes and no.
Oh,
Don't want to ruin anything for anybody who hasn't watched last season, but they actually this last season. So they've always done kind of biblical bad guys, the devil, angels, demons. This season they're going to actually introduce a whole new villain that predates God. So I'm called the Darkness.
Philip predates God.
Yeah, apparently they're kind of running off on their own, mythos now. So apparently there's this evil entity called the Darkness that God imprisoned, and it all tied into last season, but it's been released on the Earth now. and it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty excited for Supernatural, and obviously, like I said, the return of Arrow, Flash, and Agents of Shield. But yeah, so those are the shows I'm pretty excited about. If any of you guys have a show that you think we should watch or you want to talk about, let us know, and we'll, like I said, me and Ryan are going to try and catch up on all the new shows that we can, and maybe next week review a few of them more in depth. But
And I'm sure there's a lot more shows that we would mention that we're probably just not thinking of. So
yeah, off the top of our heads, those are the ones we're really
Game of
excited about.
Thrones. I don't know. Does Game of Thrones count as
That
a?
doesn't come out till February. Like, sure,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. I'm excited
Let's-
for Daredevil season
let's
2,
keep
Game of
this-
Thrones.
We'll just keep it with fall.
Yeah, we'll keep it with fall. Like I said,
So-
the X-Files is kind of a reach, but I'm really excited for X-Files. I'm so excited for X-Files to come back. So thanks for the question, Brian. Phil, as usual, came with a litany of questions that we shall answer. Question Phil wants to know, so I have to go to a 3-year-old's birthday party at McDonald's this weekend. Is it proper etiquette to buy a Happy Meal and then give the child the toy as their present?
No. Come on, Phil. Give him 2 toys. And good.
Because I know this is for my daughter's birthday party, I'm going to say no. That is not a proper etiquette. That is terrible. Don't be cheap, Phil.
Yeah, you will get that girl a college education, Phil.
Yeah, you will buy my beautiful daughter a 70-inch big screen television.
'Cause that's exactly what she needs.
Or what you could do is buy her a MacBook that her dad can use to make better Geek Dad Report shows.
Yes.
That's a win-win for everybody. Damn, Phil.
We love you, Phil.
Let's see. Phil also wants to know, in Days of Thunder, if Rowdy Burns hadn't got his brain injury thingy, would Cole Trickle have won the Daytona 500?
How do you get a brain injury thingy? I mean, he crashed into the wall, and wait, I'm trying to remember. Did he crash into the wall and get hurt? Is that how it happened?
Yeah, they had that big crash, and then he never
They're
quite
like
got
fighting-
his.
They're like
reflexes
crashing
back.
into each
He
other.
couldn't see anymore. Remember, they covered up his eye, and he like was faint
Yeah.
or something. I don't remember. Yes, I'm gonna say yes because Cole Trickle is a damn legend.
I think Rowdy Burns would have beat him.
No way, dude. Cole Trickle is the only guy to be in last. He could be 40 cars behind with 3 laps left and pass everybody and win. Amazing.
Yes.
I
But
don't
he
know.
keep burning his tires. I
I
mean,
love Days of Thunder. There's a movie that needs a sequel.
dude, my brother and I watched that movie, I can't tell you how many times. And we had a boat,
Mm-hmm.
and we would go on the Columbia River in the summer, and we had a red inner tube and a green inner tube. And so it would be Rowdy Burns and Cole Trickle
Cole Trickle?
inner tube.
Dude, I
And so
love
if you're going on your knees, you could, push down on your knees and, shoot the inner tube, where you needed to, to the sides and stuff. So we would say if you're in the middle, you're on the track, and if you went off the wake, you're in the wall. So it's basically us just trying to like push each other like down into the wall. That movie has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, no, if anybody hasn't seen Days of Thunder, it is a classic. It is one of my favorite American movie classics. I think we put it in our list for best American movies to watch.
Yes.
Love that movie. Yeah, Cole Trickle was awesome. He could do anything, so I think he would have won. Personally, that's just me. I mean, I think my favorite line from that movie is still when he comes in. He's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "He hit me." He's like, "He didn't hit you. He didn't bump you." Or no, what did he say? You know what? I'm not even gonna say it because I totally fucked it up.
Yeah.
He didn't hit you. He
He
didn't.
nudged you.
He didn't crash you. He rubbed you. And son, rubbin's racing.
Yeah. Rubbing is racing.
Rubbin is racing.
I want to watch Days of Thunder now.
Yeah, I totally have to because I totally butchered a totally awesome line. God,
Yes.
so,
I'll ask my brother. He probably still remembers.
so angry. All right. The last Phil question. It's kind of a Phil question.
Is this a question, or is this just Phil just wanting to tell another story?
This is Phil wanting to steal more of our time, but it's a pretty good story, so I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
So Phil says, let's see. He wants to know where the worst place you have ever been stung or bitten by an insect. But before we answer that, I'm going to give the rest of his story. He says, because it's Phil and he wants to steal our show. Phil, I told him that if he keeps giving us great stories, I might give him his own segment. So I think this is what he's trying to do here. My wife can confirm this. I was taking my morning woods bathroom break. First of all, why are you going to the woods to take your bathroom break? But that's for another topic. 1 minute in, while enjoying my scenic panorama. Don't use big words, Phil. I got stung 3 times on my left jewel by yellow jackets. This is why I now own a camper. All right, so where's the worst place I've ever been stung? Not on my testicles by bees.
Yes. I'm
No.
definitely glad I've not been stung on my testicles. I haven't been stung too many times, like in the foot, like in the hand. That's about it.
I got stung in the neck by a yellow jacket and had to go to the hospital because my throat swelled up. That was pretty crappy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll like close up your airways and stuff.
I can't think of any place I've really been. I mean, I've been bit by mosquitoes like a bunch of times and they just itch the shit out of you.
I think I got stung on my foot once. That was bad.
Yeah. Sorry,
Sorry.
Phil. We don't have any great I've been stung or bit stories.
Yeah.
At least not, ones that compete with on my testicles. Jesus.
Yes, multiple times.
You know what, Phil? I have a rule. If you want to give us a cool story, that's cool. But you can't ask us a question that we can't top or relate to.
Yeah. Yeah, we are the stars of the show, Phil, not you.
We are the
Stop.
stars. It's the Brian
Stop.
and Ryan Geek Dad Report, not the Phil show. Not the
Yeah.
Phil got stung by bees on his testicles while taking a poop in a public bathroom with a guy, resting
Pressing
his
his
shoulder
hand
on
on
you
his-
show. All right, thanks, Phil.
Phil's
Thanks
not
for your
running out
questions.
these
As
kind of
usual,
stories.
we appreciate them. They are always awesome and funny.
And he's gonna start running out of these kind of stories pretty soon, I
You
think.
don't know Phil, man. He's got a lot of stories. All right, so we already ran long. We'll give our recommendation. Gold star. Who should get the gold star?
Let's give it to Jeff.
I'll give it to Jeff. Jeff
Yes.
has not got the gold star yet, so Jeff, gold star
Good
for
job.
calling out Ryan because he's a slacker. Which is gonna in a
Thanks,
second.
Jeff.
It's even gonna be worse when he shows you what he has for his recommendation.
Yes.
So, as usual, thank you everybody who submitted a question. We really appreciate them. We were really lazy tonight and didn't know what to do, so all the extra questions really help carry the show. So we appreciate you being part of our show, and as usual, every Wednesday night, Thursday, me and Ryan throw up a post, and if you'd like to ask us a question, feel free to hit us up on our Facebook page, or text us, or email us, or send us smoke signals. We don't really care.
Yeah. We'll take it any form that you want to give it to us.
Just give us the question or topic or rant or whatever you'd like to hear us, I don't know, give our 2 worthless cents about, and we will do it. So
We're not worthless. We have valid opinions about things.
it's called self-deprecating comedy, Ryan.
Yes. Sorry.
What are you doing? Back to the
Speak
corner.
shit.
Go to your corner. Go to your timeout place. That's right. All right, you can come back now. Come back.
Okay.
Gotta finish the show at some point. All right, so like I said, thank you everybody, and get us more questions, and we'll answer them. So that brings us to our last segment, our weekly recommendations. What you should or should not waste your time doing this week. Ryan, would you like to go first?
I would like to mention that I have been I got bought out this week, and a certain company sent us a whole bunch of videos, and not just any videos, but I got us here's season 3 of Arrow, and let's see, what is that? That's season 1 of Flash,
I
which
want that.
start watching on Blu-ray, and iZombie, another show that Brian and I really liked.
It's a good show.
And I actually tried to explain the premise of the show to my wife, and I said, so it's a girl that's a doctor that turns into a zombie, and now she works in a morgue, and she eats the brains to help solve crime. And my wife said, did you just really hear what you said, and that's the
Listen,
show that you like? I'm like, yes,
will-
I like the show.
She will
Quiet.
love that show. So you just need to put it on for her one day when you know she's going to be upstairs, and then she'll just start watching it.
And I also have the season 1 of Gotham.
It's upside down.
And so these all come out. They all came out this week on Blu-ray. And thank you CW and Warner Brothers for sending them all to me, and I enjoy it. Sure.
Ryan will watch every single one of them this week and review them all next week.
Yes, I will. I won't sleep.
No, sleep is for the weak.
I'll be yawning even more than I currently have been all episode long. So
Yeah, that's true. I know. I'm tired. I'm tired too, man. I'm still on the East Coast time for my trip. Which, you know what, brings me to my recommendation. My recommendation this week, I actually got to consume some media and some cool stuff over my trip that I can use for recommendations, but I will do that in future episodes. This episode, I will recommend that you, if you are a geek dad like us, I recommend that you take the time, spend the money. If you don't think you can afford it, you can. If you don't
go
think
to
you have time
Groupon.
for it, you will. But take your wife, leave the kids with the in-laws, and go somewhere for a week that preferably has unlimited access to food and drink. But go on vacation, man. Enjoy your spouse and go relive the glory days before you had children and just enjoy each other's company. It was amazing. So me and my wife went for our 10-year anniversary, and we left the kids at home, and we went to the Dominican Republic for, like I said, for 8 days, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. It was super relaxing. We did a lot of fun stuff, but more than anything, it was just nice to remember what it was like just to be a married couple and not just be parents. So
Yes.
it was great to come back to my kids, but I highly recommend doing it. Try and do it when you can. Obviously, not everybody can afford to go to the Caribbean. I recommend going to the Caribbean if you get a chance to, but
There's some good like Groupons and stuff like that. Like my wife and I are looking into it, and you can I think go to Dominican Republic for like $600 a person
yeah,
or
I mean,
something.
it's, believe it or not, I travel a lot, and traveling isn't actually that expensive if you plan for it. I mean, on the surface, you're like, oh, I can't spend $3,000 on a trip because we have this, this, and this. You're not just spending $3,000 on a trip. You're spending $3,000 on an experience and an escape. And as adults, as parents, you know, as dads and geek dads, you got to get away sometime. I mean, sometimes you need to be able to just take your significant other and just go somewhere and hit the refresh button, and I don't know. It was great. I had an amazing time, and it was good. In fact, me and the wife actually came up with an idea. We might be doing our own podcast show that we're gonna air with.
I thought you said, "Oh, we're gonna have another baby."
No,
Ah!
we're not having any babies. I took care of that. That's not happening. But no, we might have a little comedy husband wife show. So we might throw up on Pod Hell. Probably won't be a weekly deal. It might be like a once a month deal.
Yes.
But no, it was fun. So I recommend going on vacation. If you can afford it, get a butler. We had a butler. It is as awesome as it sounds. Being in the Caribbean with unlimited alcohol and food and a butler is absolutely amazing.
Did the butler bring the food out to you on the beach?
No, he didn't bring it out, but he did bring us towels, and pretty much we just could call him at any time, and he would just find us. Here's a little story real quick before we leave, but my favorite butler story. So we had a swim up suite, so our room had a pool access to it, right by the sliding glass door, so you can open your door and just go right into the pool. And so in our pool, we had our own private bar too, which was pretty cool. So you could just swim up to the bar and get whatever you wanted to. But so our room had these two bushes, these hedges on each side. And so our butler, we'd call him and be like, "Hey, we're out back by our pool." Well, we knew his room key didn't work. He said his master key wasn't working right, so he couldn't come into our room. So he always had to work his way around the pool and jump through the bushes. So every time we'd be sitting there, he'd just kind of like fight his way through the bushes and jump out of the bushes and be like, "All right, what do you need?"
Poor guy.
Dude, I tipped him good, man. But it was hilarious. It was so funny. It made me and my wife laughed every single time he came over. He's just like, you could see his arms. He's like, "I'm here," and then he'd kind of dive around the bushes. It was funny.
That's awesome.
I'm an asshole. It was hilarious. I don't know. I would say, like I said, I tipped him well. We treated him good. He was awesome. He was a really cool guy. But I don't know. It was a fun time, and I recommend everyone do that. So go on vacation with your wife.
Go on vacation.
But go on vacation, leave your kids.
Mhm.
Take your kids all the time, but every now and then, every couple of years, or at least every 5 years or so, take your significant other and just go on vacation. So that's all I got. You got anything?
That's it.
That's it.
Show's done.
What a short show.
Bedtime.
All right, I gotta cue the outro music. Hang on.
Music.
I am. I don't want to listen to Ninja Rap again. There we go. You ready?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for episode 27. Hopefully, we didn't bore you too much with our
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, it was about as par as normal.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, guys. See you next week. Adios.
See you guys.
Oh, I screwed it up. Hang on.
Oh,
Shh. All right, guys. See you next
small.
week. I just came back from vacation. Give me a break. I want to go back.
I need more pop.
I remember coming up, not even a buck, ain't even a cent to make enough. We was up and chasing after stuff that you only find in your dreams of the nights when you looking up. And I remember so many times it was looking tough, so I wrote an extra rhyme when I took the bus, cause I knew there'd be a time.